Hello, beautiful people. This is Daniel KOA Beatty. I've shared a little bit about the challenging time I had, like I know we all had during the pandemic, and the beauty that happened for me when I realized that I was not alone, that I could feel in the birds the presence of ancestors that were watching over and protecting me. And I believe that we all walk with this energy that is not physical, that is spiritual, that is eternal, that is always available to us. During that time when I was just hearing all of this healing energy, these healing messages from the ancestors, and I embraced the name KOA, I also was hearing about a need to visit the plantation where my great-grandmother had been enslaved. We had this information in our family, but no one that I knew had actually been. So I contacted the plantation, asked them if I could come. I invited members of my family to travel with me, and I made the commitment as an artist that I wanted to take the earth that my great-great-grandmother had tilled, and I wanted to make art of it. I even invited drummers. So I arrived in South Carolina, and I'm met on the porch by an 88-year-old white man in a mask. He's tall, very slender, and he says to me, "Mr. Beatty, I was the curator of the museum here at Carson Family Plantation, the museum that is in what was Master's house. And when I heard you were coming, I came out of retirement so that I could meet you." Then he hands me a book, and he says, "If you will read this section of the book, your great-great-grandmother was legend here." And the title of the section is Aunt Lucindy and Her Royal Shroud. And it tells the story that how my great-great-grandmother, Lucinda Carson, when she was captured in 1816, was actually the daughter of a king in West Africa. And she lived to be over 100 years old at Carson Plantation. And she had a royal shroud that she wore. And all of the other people on the plantation, the other Negroes, knew that she was royal and honored her. Well, the Yankees came and they raided Carson Plantation, and they ripped my great-great-grandmother's royal shroud off of her body. The book says they danced around in it to the horror of the other Negroes there, and they carried her royal shroud away. I understood in that moment that it was going to be my call, my responsibility, my opportunity, my privilege to return my great-great-grandmother's spirit to the motherland and to reclaim her crown. So I look forward to sharing with you the next part of that story.